Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Sunday night, and we are live and in effect as I report to you from behind this plastic microphoning device with the markets just open. We're going to see the numbers pop up here in just a moment here. Let's see what we've got here. Let's refresh these and see what we've got here. I think these are leftover numbers from Friday. But nonetheless, we have a scammer that's calling us. Pretty amazing here. Let's see what we've got here. This is unusual. Hello on a Sunday night. What's happening?
Hey, how are you? This is Joseph. Is this Richard?
Yes, this is Richard waiting for the markets to open, but it takes about 2 minutes to propagate, but over on the website, but we're watching the numbers very, very closely. How you doing? What do you think?
I'm doing well. Hopefully the market opens well. Seems to be holding up over the weekend.
Yes, it does. The market's holding up. Why? Because it was closed over the weekend. That's why it's held up. You know what I mean?
Well, you never know with the whole Venezuela thing, but the crypto market, which is always open, did well over the weekend or maintained itself. So I figure that's a good indication.
Yeah, big news out of Venezuela. Apparently, there has been some grass growing in some yards over there. That's what I understand. That's the latest news. Some grass grew in some of the yards there, and I think about 75 people had to mow on the over the weekend. From what I understand, 75 is the latest number. I'm tracking that number too.
There you go.
75 people mowed. So yes, all right. Right now the markets are up and they're alive and they're kicking. Well, I tell you what, I've got to watch these markets very closely. So call me back. I'm just so impressed that you called on a Sunday night that I'm like, this is just so I had to take the call. Let's reconvene on Tuesday at exactly 6:15 p.m. or 5:15 p.m. Central Time, or 4:14 p.m. Mountain Time, or 3:15 p.m. Pacific Time. I can keep going until we get to Hawaii. Do you want me to keep going with the time zones?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Are you waiting on ERC funds?
Yeah, I'm waiting on ERC funds, and I'm down with ERC. You know me. So we'll do that we'll talk about that on Tuesday, okay?
You got it.
All right, thank you. Okay. Okay, bye-bye.
Thanks, Richard.
Bye. All right. It's not very often, but yes, indeed. The scammers do call me, even on a Sunday night, and apparently it seems like we're there, but good to see you guys. All right. Very good. And let's see what we've got. So the markets are up and up. Silver was up 21 cents just after I got off the phone with the scammer, but it is now up 14 cents, over $73 an ounce. So there it is. And gold is up $20, $4,352.30. So there it is. And yes, indeed, there's where that is. Platinum is also up $35. Palladium is up $12. So yes, there's where we're at with the markets here tonight. And good, folks. Oops, hold a second here. Very good. All right, let's get everything going here. And so that's where it is now. We're watching these markets. I do think Argentina will play not Argentina, but I think we're going to see Venezuela play a role in the precious metals markets, and I think that's part of what you're seeing here, especially with gold. It is outperforming silver so far tonight. Yes, indeed. So we'll see that play here. So we'll find out what's going on. But yes, look at that. They're up. Let's get into some of the comments now and see what you guys are saying. Let me get over here and find it. Where is my window on this? Okay. Let's see here. How do I get this? I got to get this up here and get this down there. There we go. Okay, let's see here. Actually, I need to switch this around. Bear with me, guys. Sorry. No, it's not right. Not right. Okay, all right. I'll just do this. Okay, let's see here. Okay, let's get over here. So watching these markets go. So sorry about that, guys. Just getting some things. I was kind of responding to some other things before this. So kind of getting through here. Let's see what we've got. We've got JC, for a viewer, says, considering that silver is now a critical metal and so much of it is used in our military complex, if things start to hit the fan, watch Trump confiscate. Yeah, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to be that bad, and they will never do that. There will not be confiscation. People keep saying that, but it's just not going to happen. I mean, there may be a voluntary buyback for some silver, but I even doubt that will happen. Remember, there's probably a lot of a good stockpile of silver in reserves that they probably aren't telling us about a whole lot. I don't know. My guess is probably do have some silver. But regardless, yeah, I just don't see that happening. And by the way, we don't know how much is used in our military. It's all speculative. We know that there is silver used. Everything's more electronic. There's more silver used in military applications than ever before. There's no question because of the advance of technology. But they may have a way to be able to use less silver than you think, because considering some of the technological advances. So think about that. All right, let's see here. Okay, so we've got Cork says here, if you are a small country with natural resources, you'll be fast tracking your BRICS membership now. You don't want to be the next country Trump invades to steal your resources and further distract and deflect from the Epstein files. Well, it sounds like somebody is not a fan of Trump, and but nonetheless, fast tracking into BRICS, well, that's not going to help you either way. Make no mistake, Venezuela, I don't know if they were applying to be BRICS, but their resources were being taken advantage of by China and Russia. By the way, thank you, Michael K., for the 5 Salivate Metal memberships. And I also want to thank Burke, 9497. Happy New Year. Thank you so much for the 1999 super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, my friend. Very kind of you, Burke. And thank you to Michael K. for the 5 Salivate Metal gift memberships. Appreciate it. And yes, indeed. And glad you guys are here with me tonight as we watch these markets. And we've got here, guess this means Venezuela won't be joining BRICS. That's right. Will not happen. I don't know if they've applied for it. They may have applied for it. I'm not sure. But anyways, Attorney Michael Lane covered a short with you today. I'm much. Thank you. I appreciate that. And Metal House, markets seem to go no matter what the news nowadays. Go up. Yeah, that's right. It does. Anytime there's instability or the markets, there's things that are happening, big news, either good or bad, it does move. And it looks like it's happening now. Gold and silver moving up at around the same pace. And so we're seeing that now. Gold is up $23.60. Silver up 36 cents tonight. About the same pace. In other words, a half a percentage point for both. Gold acting a little bit more. Platinum is up also. Platinum and palladium are both really breaking out here tonight. Up over 1.4% each of those metals. So they're really getting hit on this tonight. Yes, indeed. Somebody asked when time did the markets open? I believe what we're looking at here is pre-Asian trading, and we're seeing the Australian market prices, I think, are what's hitting tonight. So there's that. That's the Australian. And then at 8 o'clock, we'll see Tokyo open, and then Shanghai will open at 9:30 tonight, Eastern time. So yeah, very good. So good to see you guys. Glad you're here. All right, let's see here. And let's see what we've got here. Yeah, so we're seeing the metals start to climb tonight. As expected, it's been it's reaction to what happened in Venezuela. And so that's what we're looking at here. The markets move. Yes, indeed. And let's see here. Okay, so let's... But I'm actually surprised that platinum and palladium are breaking out even higher. That's a little unusual. All right, let's see here. Anitha, are we in the dark ages now? Just go and plunder another country. Where is all the righteous Europe? No one's complaining. All right. Well, it's not about plundering a country. I mean, well, yeah, I mean, you could talk about the geopolitics saying, well, it's for the oil. It is oil. He was in the press conference, he was pretty transparent as to what's going to happen with the oil. But again, the nuances of it, I think some feel that we were owed some of that from other agreements with Venezuela before. But anyways, I don't know. All right. Let's see here. But, okay, we've got Abengad, U.S. Liberate Venezuelan. 1 ounce coins are $87 in Australia at the moment, no tax. Wow, that's Australian and that's in U.S. dollars. Wow, in Australia, so that's what they're paying for 1 ounce coins. There it is. Okay, let's see here. And we've got this. We've got Silverman. U.S. is doing what it says other countries shouldn't do. Well, not necessarily. When I looked into this a little bit more, there's been a bounty on Maduro's head, who really got his power from a essentially as from a drug cartel member. So he's been on that. So that's what's happening there. And through three presidential administrations have put a bounty on his head. So this is not new. This is a culmination of taking out a drug lord who, say what you want about Venezuela and the power structure there, but he is a dictator, illegitimate, and by the way, that makes his vice president illegitimate too, just so you understand. But I still have some mixed feelings about that. So yeah, let me address this real quick, because there's a lot of people that are, well, there's not a lot. There's some people that are triggered about and upset about the video I did today about this Argenta. Vinny Northwest says, I'm very skeptical of that Argenta penny stock. Well, it's not a penny stock, first of all. Argenta's been around a long time, and there's a coordinated advertising campaign on a fair amount. I don't know how many channels, more than 6. Some people said they saw on 6 channels, and I partook in that. All of us, every single one of us, have worked with this company for several years now that coordinates this advertising. But like anything you hear on the radio, obviously it's to bring attention to the company. And some people think it's fishy because it's a coordinated, and I understand it's weird, especially in this space. But I've always said, hold physical silver, but also think that there's other ways to invest as well. And mining stocks is another way to go about it. Now, I personally don't have any mining stocks, and so. But anyways, but yeah, so it's but I can understand why people do it, and this is one of those companies that has been around for a while. I actually profiled them last year. Did not get much pushback last year when I profiled them. But anyways, but I'm not going to be talking about this much more because I answered some of the I will defend vigorously any kind of pushback and that I get in the comment section. But anyways, but it's advertising. It was out of a 10-11 minute video, it's 2.5 minutes of advertising, and people just get all butthurt and crazy about it. Oh no, and it's a scam. We don't operate with scams or penny stocks. None of us do, and that's why so many channels have gotten involved with this. You know, it's a good company. I've vetted them. I was very reluctant to get in at the very beginning, but anyways, but yes. And so there it is. Very good. All right, let's see here. So anyways, all right. So moving ahead, let's see here. Yeah, no push-ups usually on Sunday night, Rocky Superstar, because of the craziness of the markets. There's a lot going on with the trades and with the markets right now. So the market watches usually it's too busy to do any kind of push-ups. So, but we'll get that on Tuesdays and Fridays usually. All right. All right, very good. Okay, so there it is. Yes, exactly right, Cybercurrent Twitcher. People get butthurt doing this too. That's right, exactly. Yes, indeed. That's right. Well, the trick is, people, don't get triggered. Just don't get butthurt. Calm down. It's okay. My reputation is on the line. I have no problem. There's no there's absolutely nothing wrong with anything that any of us channels are doing with this. And but there's people that are twisting words of what I say, and they didn't even listen to their profile. They're just making these accusations without actually hearing it or looking at it. They're trying to find problems where there is no problems. But anyways, all right, let's see here. And let's see. Okay, so here silver is now up 58 cents tonight. 58 cents for silver. Gold is up $37.60 tonight. But look at that. They're both trading at about the same pace. I think this is strictly or mostly Venezuela reaction. Let's see here. So, yeah, so there it is. So, and again, outlaws completely twisting my words. I never said that. I'm not going to even dignify that with a response, outlaw. But But anyways, but yeah, let's see here. But now, but look at this. Interesting. In fact, gold is outperforming silver tonight, but only slightly. But we may see $74 silver. Remember, there was a ceiling for silver at around the $74.50 range for a good period in the last trading session on Friday. And it traded like that for a while, then it came down. It was a very weird thing. But yeah, it's nuts. But there we go. Gold is up 0.91%, up almost $40, $4,371. Silver, $37.51 right now. But look at platinum. Platinum is up over 2% tonight, 2.3%, $2,204, and palladium up $30. All right, very good. Let's see here. All right, very good. Palladium up 1.85%, up $30. So there it is. All right. Very good. Okay. Art Best says here, peace on earth, keep on stacking, no war for oil. All right. Well, yes, indeed. Well, and of course, you know, oil was mentioned. Trump was very transparent when he said it. It was, you know, it is about the oil. Trump pretty much admitted it as far as that's concerned, but he had good reasons for taking him out, too, because of the drug stuff. But anyways, all right, very good. Good to see you. Good to see Mark Bass is here. Good to see you. So we got Sally Thurston. Agree, the metals will be up when they trade. The world is appalled at the illegal invasion of Venezuela by the United States. Well, it wasn't illegal. It was a Department of Justice action. Again, 3 presidential administrations had a price on his head. In other words, for his arrest. No one did it. No one made good on that thing. And we've done this before, by the way. There's places in history where this has occurred. Now, what's going to happen in the vacuum is another thing. Now, the vice president has taken the reins, but the vice president is illegally was not legitimate either. Appointed by the president. He was a dictator. He was a dictator. Plain and simple. So there that is. All right. Very good. So we'll see what happens. But it will be, but then again, it does make me nervous as what's going to happen there because we're going to administrate it and we know how that has gone in the past. So we'll see how that plays out. All right. Let's see here. Rick says, impacted. What does that mean? Impacted. What does that mean? Good for silver or bad? Good in terms of its price. But uneasiness in the markets is really not good overall. But right now we are seeing the prices stabilize a bit, but stabilizing around the 0.9% or 0.8% for both gold and silver. So we're starting to see them kind of level out. They're not just rising up dramatically like what we've seen in the past, but hey, it's still young. I think only one market is open. I think the Australian markets are open, and that's it for now. But we'll see how this plays out. And but yes, indeed, there it is. All right. And let's see what we've got happening here. So now silver up 50 cents, and the gold now is up $35.10. So scaling back only slightly here. And it'll be very interesting to see what we see at the top of the next hour, because I think another market opens at 7, but I'm not sure which one it is. But this is a pre-Asian trading, they call it, I think. So there it is. All right, very good. Let's get over here and see what other folks are saying. Alf Gold says, not sure how Peruvian sea routes are affected as they are on the Pacific side of Venezuela on the Caribbean side. The attack was planned 2 weeks ago, according to some military observers in the market who would have already factored in this event with insider knowledge. Well, it would be impacted because of the Panama Canal. I think that's the impact there, Alf Gold. Yes, indeed. And of course, you know, obviously all the air traffic was also closed down. So anything that would come out of those ports, anything on the Atlantic side that would go in through the Panama Canal, in either direction will be a concern there. So we'll see how that plays. All right. Appreciate you guys being here tonight. And let's see here. Sage says, a Singaporean here always thought the U.S. as a peacekeeping country until this. Sage, yeah, again, it's a it's a long discussion, and I don't necessarily want to get into it too much here. But I will say I can see the arguments on both sides of it. Although I do tend to agree that it's a good thing that Maduro is gone. And I don't know of any other way we could have done it effectively, besides after all the opportunities that were given for Maduro to step down. But of course, what about dictators in other countries? But how many of them are sending drugs into the United States, and the like? So I don't know. But yes, indeed. So that's the thing. China sends most of the fentanyl, and of course, that leader is a dictator too, Xi Jinping, and we deal with him, but it's a bigger economy. It's a much different animal for a variety of different reasons. So there it is. Jam Unleashed, thank you so much for the thumbs up, my friend. Frank Salivar says the Venezuelan people are erupting in celebration across multiple countries. Yes, indeed they are. They are, for sure. All right. And let's see here. We've got Dogs. Invades is not correct. No army, no American forces are in charge. The vice president is now president. The U.S. honored Maduro's request. He said to come and get him. We did, period. Well, the last part, you're right. I guess he did say that. We did come and get him, but it was an invasion. We invaded their territory, and we removed him by force. We took out also some of their military apparatus. So it was a mini invasion. And maybe it's an incursion, but we did invade temporarily, which could be an incursion. But nonetheless, we're obviously going to have U.S. resources on the ground, so there'll be an occupation too, according to what Trump said. So let's see here. So there is that. But anyways, it's semantics. But anyways, we'll see how that plays out. Stretch says another geopolitical wrinkle. Indeed it is. Fueling numerous new theories regarding the metals. We shall see what we shall see. And there's already a lot of stuff going out speculative wise. And right now, actually, part of me thought maybe we'd see a wilder reaction to the metals tonight, but we've not. They've gone up, but not as much as I thought they would. Crazy. So silver is up 45 cents right now, 0.61% to $73.34. Gold is up $35.10. Still outperforming silver slightly. And so there it is, $4,367.40. Platinum is up $40, and palladium is up $34. And palladium is the clear winner today, now up over 2.1%, where platinum was trading over 2.2% moments ago. So the markets that are really doing well right now are the platinum and palladium. All right. Let's see what we've got here. So there that is. Thank you. Let's see here. We live in interesting times. Keep stacking, folks. Yes, indeed. Keep on stacking in the free world. Yes, indeed. And yep, it's still early. That's right, Boomer Sooner. It is still early in the night. A lot can happen for sure. And only one area is open now, and I think that's Australia. But yes, that's right. And we've got this here. We've got Sunday morning stacker. Prepare for incoming volatility. Come Sunday night and open of trading for Monday. Yep, that's right. Hold tight in either direction. We're getting a little bit of that tonight so far, but we'll see here. All right, and let's see. We've got the egg roll says, pretty sure Venezuela has a large reserve of silver that we are now probably going to seize and bail on the banks out with. So that's likely not a good thing for the price, actually. Well, they don't have that large of a silver reserve. I think it's 847 tons, if I'm not mistaken. Some feel that it's been shipped out to China and Russia, or China and India, maybe. I don't know. It's been shipped out, they say. But with the air flights, with the airspace restricted, I don't know how they could have done that. I'm not sure. Let's see here. Silver Honda, anxious to see what Kitco is showing when the markets open tonight. In a way, it doesn't matter because I'm my own central bank holding for retirement. There you go. Exactly right. Very good. Let's see here. And let's see what the market's again doing here. We can see they're pulling back slightly now. So they're really starting to, pace themselves back here. Trading usually at this hour is not quite as intense. But we can see wild movements. And so far, we're seeing silver and gold react here tonight. And but pulling back some of its gains that we saw earlier, it did cap out tonight. Silver did at $73.53. It's now $73.25, but still up 36 cents. Thank you, Sabinator. Thank you so much. And gold is up 0.8%. It was at $4,373 earlier. It's still up at a good clip, $4,367. So there it is. All right. Very, very good. Good to see you guys. All right. And so there we are now. Let's get over here and see what we've got. We've got Robert Nelson, the liberal West Coast. He's talking about of the state of Washington, about my video about taxation in Washington is overflowing with idiots holding government positions. The tax proposal you just described will drive yet another legitimate business out of Washington while increases sales in neighboring states. Yes, it is. That's what happens. That's exactly what happens. People will escape taxation when they can, for sure. And so that's very interesting. So yeah, it's bad news. Somebody said that there was no sales tax or no income tax. One of those two, no income tax in Washington. Is that right? Part of me finds that hard to believe, but I don't know that there is a no income tax in the state of Washington. Let's see here. And we've got Christian Woolley. I hope they have to pay the real price per ounce once the premiums go to add to the tax we get in with every time we buy some. Add to cart, dollars more in cart. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, taxes, it really hurts when you have to pay those taxes, for sure. Especially on sound money. All right, let's see here. Donna says, who else has guessed ever that we would be paying close to around $80 for American Silver Eagles? When I say it out loud, I don't believe it. Just years ago, I was paying $28 to $32, complaining all the way. Wow, yeah, it's a wild world we're seeing, for sure. Well, no income tax in Washington. Okay, so that puts it into perspective. That surprises me. That's interesting. No income tax there. It's wild. Yeah, $28 to $32 just 2 years ago, maybe even less than that. How things have changed, and it's changing tonight too, but only slightly here so far. And all right, there you go. Thank you, Rocky. Thank you. Yes, no sales tax in Oregon. Washington has a sales tax, but no income tax. All right, thank you. Very good. All right. So there it is. So yes, there it is. We've got silver up half a percentage point now, up 36 cents, $73.25. Gold is up 0.77%. There it is. There's where we're at right at the moment. Crazy. All right. Very good. And by the way, guys, if you are in the market for buying or selling, check out Summit Metals, summitmetals.com. They are the dealer that's up and coming. They're still fairly new, believe it or not. Boy, they have proven themselves. Great customer service, fast shipping, a lot of different services they have, auto invest, and a lot of different things. Check them out, even if you're not in the market to buy for now. Just check them out and see what they've got on the website. I think you might be pretty pleased. It's changing all the time over there. They're really progressing fast, for sure. Happy New Year to everybody, by the way. Yes, indeed. It's still early in the year, so year ahead for sure. All right. And let's see here. Let's move ahead here. We've got this. We've got Christian Napolitano says there's going to be big swings and big swings down. Hold on tight. People don't get scared. Do not get scared. That's right. And we've got Michelangelo. I bought 40 silver rounds last week at the local coin shop. I paid $82 per ounce. It looks like the time $5 over spot each. So optimistic that the $9,500 will prevail. Yes. We shall see. I think we're going to see $100 silver before it's all said and done. I really do. All right. Paulo Lasso says this. My go-to dealers are basically out of stock on 10-ounce bars, save a few high premium items. All right. Yes, they're getting short on stuff. Yes, indeed they are. And a lot of new buyers out there. I've talked about that in my latest video. A lot of new buyers out there for sure. Hoosier Stackers here. Hello. Happy New from en route to Orlando for the fun show. Nice. Oh man, I'm so jelly. And I'm not just jam. See, the thing is, Hoosier Stacker's in his car right now. He's en route. So maybe he'll crank the radio up and he can jam while I'm being jelly over here because he's going to the fun show. Crazy. Hope he has a good time. Hey, how's that for a pun? Have a good time at the fun show. You know, you can. Oh, there's only some people that will get that. You know, but anyways, I digress. Shining to time precious metals. I'm thinking to buy before it goes up more, but if I do, it will definitely go down. That is a big predicament. This is what I always say: be careful. You know, whenever you buy, be prepared for that to go down. Whenever you make a purchase. So we'll see there. All right. We've got this nobody cares. It's down to this moment, which old westerns will always nail perfectly. And when the street empties and two guys are standing vis-a-vis each other while the observers are waiting to see which guy pulls a revolver first. Yes, that's right. Exactly. It is kind of like that. They're fighting over them for sure. It's a gun battle. All right. Yes, indeed. And let's see here. Let us see what's happening here in the markets. Let's see here. We've got this. Silver's now up only 23. Okay, now it's up 40 cents again. So there's some fighting in here. And up to up 0.454%. Gold is up $36 right now, 0.83%. Platinum is up 1.68%, up $36. Palladium up 32. They're really taking off tonight, the platinum group metals. Kind of surprising, but there they are. All right. Very, very good. Yep, hang on to what you got with this diamond fist. That's exactly right. All right, very good. Okay, Jay, I don't know. You've said that a couple times. We let the first one slide, but no need to say that again, Jay. I mean, you know, I will sometimes I'll let sexually explicit stuff come through just for shock value. It's fine, you know, if there's a point to it. But you say it again, it's just it's spammy, and nobody actually apparently really cares about what happened, what you just said there, Jay. So how's that? You know, nobody cares. You know, shock value is okay if people would care about it, but they don't care. Let's see here. Okay, so there we go, 73.16. So now it's only up 27 cents here tonight, but still, they're doing okay, but it's still early. The markets, they are. It's one of those things. They're just kind of hanging out here, and we're watching them move. But it's a you know, we're only seeing the Asian markets or the Australian markets right now. So we're kind of keeping an eye on this and see what happens. So the next one I think is going to, you know, it's 7 o'clock. I think there's another one opens. I don't know if it's Taiwan or what have you. But then we also have a market opening up in Tokyo at 8 o'clock. And I think that's where we'll see a lot more action, a bigger market there. But still, the metals are up. And my guess is this is probably due, because to think about it, we had margin calls, right? We had those our margin increases that the CME posted, and I think that's somewhat squashing some of the trading right now. But I think we're seeing some volatility trades on Venezuela news. I think that's what this is about, which is a very different thing. So there it is. All right. Let's see here. So that's what's happening here. The market's kind of staying around here. Usually the volume's a little bit lighter right about now. And so let's see here. Here's the volume in the trading. You can see there was this little bit of a gap up, which I talked about in a previous video. Here, let me zoom in on this. So we had a slight gap up and some volume pick up here, but the volume has come back slightly here. So that's what we're watching play out here. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Okay. And so, yeah, the volume's a little bit light in trading right now. But look at this craziness right here at the open. Still up for the day, but we're seeing some green candles forming. Wicks are making themselves known. So there that is. But it is only up slightly right now. Barely hanging above $73 in the ask price. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Player 1 says silver and gold to both face selling pressure soon from index rebalancing according to articles. All right. All right. Yep. I think that's due to the margin increases. And we may see more of that. We'll see here. All right. Let's see here. And we've also got this. Kurt Noor says that I just read an article that has me thinking that they will crash the paper price between 7th and 20th of January. Do not sell for cheap during the last-ditch attempt to control prices. It's never been as important to hold as right now. Enough of the selling non-existent paper silver. Freaking criminal, man. Yep. Hold on to your silver. We don't know what's going to happen. Who knows? It's all speculative at this point, but anyways. All right, let's see here. Okay. Yeah. Jay, I'm not sure what your deal is. Let me see. I'm trying to debate whether or not to. Okay. All right. Yeah. No more of that, Jay, okay? Well, I'll have to time you out if you do that again. But anyways, let's see here. Let's see here. Okay. Aaron Scott says, best news for me is silver is going way down. Loving the content. All right. Yeah. Well, we'll see if it goes down. But thank you so much. We shall see. So far, it's going up right now. Anybody's guess as to what's going to happen, but we'll see here. And we've got Jerome Dodson. New stackers are almost SOL. I've never seen such a lack of options from the big online dealers, and none is going to be available for the future, believe it or not. There's still, it's going to be a long time before it's not going to be available. But it is good to see new stackers. But it's still going to be available for quite a long time. Very good. All right. Let's see here. And let's see here. We've got Richard Metcalf says, the more the merrier, stack responsibly and hold it with diamond fists. Exactly right. It's very good news to see more stackers join us for sure. All right. Let's see here. And we've got America. Q Roy, fiat is dead. We are going to the QFS financial system. XLM is backed by silver. Well, fiat is not dead. If it's dead, send me all of your fiat. Send me all of your fiat. If you think that's the case. But anyways, buy gold, backed by gold, and manipulation by banks is almost over soon. They won't be able to cover the paper contracts. Well, we'll see. We'll see here. Very good. All right. And let's see here. We've got this from Just Sam. Says, best advice I received when I was a new stacker was buy from a trusted source and stack within your budget. That's exactly right. You got to buy from a trusted source indeed. Inflation is baked into the Federal Reserve scam. Yep, it sure is. It has been pretty much from the very beginning. As we slurp some coffee here. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, let's see here. Hello to all of you guys. Glad you're here. Welcome. Glad you're all with us tonight as we watch these markets move. So, yep, inflation is baked into the Federal Reserve scam. And let's see here. Let's see here. Where are we at? We've got the markets here. We can see silver is holding on to some of its gains, but it's pulled back from the highs that we saw tonight at $73.53. It's now at $73.08 tonight. There's where silver is, but it is still above 73. Gold is up $28.20. So there it is. Yeah, I've not done a poll tonight. I might pass on it tonight. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what where we would go. I mean, it seems like anything could happen. But I can't think of if I was going to do a poll, I was going to think of a different question. But now that silver's kind of, it's kind of hanging in there. but it's not up a whole lot there. Would y'all like me to do a poll? Let's see here. Let's see. And I'm not sure what the question would be, but let's see here. All right. We've got Chuckles says, my high estimate at the end of 2024 for where silver will go in 2025 was way low. No more predictions and sticking to my buy high, never sell strategy, which has worked well. There you go. Exactly. In the end, we can look through all the noise. As far as stacking, it's a long-term poll. Give us a poll. All right. Let's see here. All right. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let me try. Okay, let me start. I can't think of anything else. Let's see here. Let me just do. Let's just test this. Let's see what you think about this. I'm kind of curious. I'm not sure how I would answer this question, but yeah, let's do that. There you go. Let's see here. We'll see what happens. All right, S. McChristie. When the tribe gets control of the money system, this is what will happen. You're seeing it happen in real time. All right. In this state, yep. Well, there's some fight back, and hopefully that other legislation will be passed, and we'll see it move. Okay, silver's now moved back into above $73 on the bid price. We're at $73.23. Now for the ask, up 34 cents. Gold is up $31.90. Platinum up 1.59%, up 34. And palladium is up 27 tonight. So there's it is. All right. There it is. All right. So far, it's somewhat split, but more of you think we might see it hit. We might see it hit above $50 or above $80. 54% of you think that's going to happen. So we'll see here if it does through the course of the night. But we're watching these markets move here tonight. And let's see here. Sunday morning stacker. Imagine where silver would be without recent margin hikes. I bet we'd be pushing 90. It is quite possible. But I have a video talking about that tomorrow, by the way. I think you might be interested because that may not be over yet. It just depends. I think we may have run out the speculators tonight. But still, that's why I think this is a reaction to silver going to the margin hikes. But this is reaction to Venezuela, I believe, what we're seeing here tonight. All right, thank you, Austin. Glad you're enjoying it. We are here, appreciate it. We're having fun. And by the way, this is a situation where things can change dramatically. It's been a volatile market, but mostly that volatility has been to the upside. But so I think this is what we're seeing here tonight. I think some of the margin increases are having an impact, which is why it has not gone up as much, because the speculators are not acting as much, I think, in this case. Geopolitics is ruling the day here. All right, I am a new Summit buyer. That's great. I hope you were able to take advantage of the 5 ounces at spot deal. That's cool. And Ray Gilbreth, next week, starting with Sal's live feed, will be very interesting. Yes, indeed. It already is, although we are not, we're seeing the markets up, but they're not hyperbolic, but they are up. And let's see here. We've got Johnny, just started like December 5th. I had a customer who gave me a Panda, and I had no idea of what it was. Now I got a 15-year plan, and I want to open a coin shop in 5 years. Love the channel. That's cool. Nice. Yes, that's a tough business, I will say, but good luck to you. That's great. Good to see F37 Metal. Good to see you guys. And we've got Sabinator. Sal, when silver hits triple digits, will copper become the new silver? Just wondering. I kind of doubt it. There's a big gap. So a copper is priced by the pound. In fact, I'd almost dare say no. And if it does, you would be foolish to stack copper. Do not stack copper. I bought a couple of copper pieces recently just for fun, but I don't stack it. Copper is priced by the pound. That tells you everything you need to know. Silver is priced by the ounce, by the troy ounce, by the way. And any ounces in copper are avodoporous ounces. It's not a precious metal, and I don't think people should stack it. Even if silver goes triple digits. I think fractional silver will be a thing, much more of a thing. We might see lower premiums on that, potentially, and in comparison by percentage, because the price has gone up so much. So just keep that in mind. All right, here we go. Silver is now up a half a percentage point, up 36 cents to $73.25. Again, seeing that recaptured that number. It's about a little more than 25 cents shy of its session high tonight. And the volume was a little bit higher in the opening trades. And gold is up $30.90 now, up 0.71% to $4,363. So there it is. All right. All right, let's see here. Yes, there you go. Yeah, there you go, James. At least, yeah, get them if you can get them for under 30 cents or even less than that, because that's about. I don't know what you would if you take it by the pound. To do the math on that, it's probably going to be somewhere around there, maybe even a little bit less than that. But yeah, that's really the only way to stack them because the premiums are just too high. Actually, there's a member of this community. He got a pound. He bought a pound of copper for like $5, and I think that was a good way to do it. If you can do that, you're doing great. It was a Silver Wolverine bought one. I was like, man, that's brilliant. That was great. Okay. John Knox, Pakistan Zindagood made an appearance. Me and one species told him he owes you money and he's not honorable. Thank you. All right, thank you, John Knox. Yes, he claims he paid me. He didn't pay me. He owes me $100. That's right. Thank you, John Knox, for holding his feet to the fire. That's right. Yep. I emailed him and everything. Yep. The guy lied. The guy's a shyster. And nothing more dishonorable. Something like that. He never paid. Believe you me, I would know. It's crazy. That's why you don't see him around here anymore. I used to see him here all the time. Yep. And I always knew there was something a little bit off about him. But anyways, but there that is. But thank you. All right. Let's see here. And so now silver's up 48 cents, up 0.66% to $73.37. Gold is up $32.40. So there it is. Platinum is up 1.59, palladium up 1.55. Very similar movements between the two different metals. Yes, indeed. Wow. Okay, JM Unleashed. All right. It says that he hangs out in an International Stackers live stream. So hopefully people will call him out there as well. You notice he never comes here. It's crazy. All right. Let's see here. All right. Let's see. Very good. And we've got the Maccabee says, Monday market's opening up very soon. If you're buying, watch the price a few times a day. It's going to be crazy ups and downs, flood selling ETFs. All right. Crazy ups and downs. Well, so far we're seeing ups, and they were a little bit crazy at the beginning, but they've held back a little bit. But we're still early in the night, in the evening for sure. But yes, indeed. All right, let's see. And see what we've got happening here. And Andrew, the good news. All the Bitcoin people are coming over from headlines are interested in physical silver, not paper. I tell you what, that would be especially good news if we could find out that they were Bitcoiners coming over. I saw a Bitcoin billionaire on Twitter announce he just bought 2 metric tons of silver, tangible silver, not contracts. That's great. Wow, thank you, Andrew, for that information. Very good. All right, let's see here. All right, let's see here. Okay. So now we'll see. Who knows such things as halves, as stocks are fiat currency. If you don't hold physical, you own nothing. Well, yeah, it's a different way. It's essentially anything that's not physical is definitely not, but they're not fiat. They're stocks, or it's a different type of animal. But obviously good to have a physical stack for sure. All right, let's see here. And Jamal Burks, with Trump taking oil, Will silver go back down because the dollar will be stronger? Something else is happening. I don't know that's going to be the case. Silver's going to go down with Trump taking the oil. There's too much, I think, keeping it up, but it could happen. I think the biggest reason why silver could go down is because of the margin increases, which I go into more detail tomorrow morning's video. All right. Let's see here. Lacey Downing, one of my sisters got interested in silver last year. She made a first small purchase of 90% dimes. She's now wanting more in much larger quantity. We'll be going to a local coin shop tomorrow. That's wonderful, Lacey. Great to hear. Very good. All right. A PM dealer's license. I'm not sure where you go to a license. I think that's going to depend on the state, where they're at, licensed or whatever. I don't know how you find that information. There's probably the Securities Exchange. There's probably a Secretary of State probably has of the states have that information of where they're registered for business licenses. It just depends on which states and how they're registered and the requirements. I think it's just depending on which state they're based out of. Let's see here. All right. So yeah, that's a wonderful news. It's always good when there's new stackers coming aboard. All right, let's see here. Now gold is picking back up again here. Look at this. Gold and silver. Silver's now over 1.22% as we anticipate the next hour coming aboard here. Silver is now up 89 cents now, now outperforming gold slightly. And gold is almost up a percentage point, up $42.90, $4,375. And so there it is. Platinum up $62, over 2.8% now. It's almost 2.9%. Palladium 2.53%. Something has lit a fire under the precious metals markets as we near the top of the hour. Let's take a look at the volume here for silver specifically and see if it's picked up. Yes, it has spiked up dramatically. And this is still in Australian trading, if I'm correct. Australian trading is showing that. Very interesting indeed. Some other market opens at maybe Taiwan, and then Tokyo opens at 8. But look at this massive spike to the upside, and now we're seeing a slight little corrective measure here. Look at that. Now it's up 1.43%, up $1.04. So really spiking here. So there it is. And the poll question here is, will we see $80 by the end of this week? And 61% of you said yes. All right. Yeah, D. Peterson says, I just placed a huge buy order. There you go. Yes, indeed. It was me. I did it. Oh, man. Crazy. So, yeah, this is a pretty big spike. Unexpected at this time. But it is there. It is there. All right. Yes, we talked about Venezuela slightly just affecting the markets, and the president, now the vice president has been sworn in by the courts there. But yes, indeed. All right. So there it is. 107 for silver. $1.07 increase for silver right now. Crazy. Let's see what other comments are saying here. We'll revisit these markets pretty quickly here. Whoops. Click the wrong button. Let's refresh these markets. Take a look one more time here. 107. We have reached a session high for tonight. $73.96. We're getting ready to cross over to $74. I think we'll probably see it here, at least in the ask price, soon. Who knows? Could be wrong, but it is going up. All right, let's see here. And gas is down. There's Silver. By the way, we were talking about Silver Wolverine earlier. Silver Wolverine is the one who bought a 1 pound copper bar pretty close to spot price. That was the best deal ever that I've seen for buying copper like that big of a quantity. I've never seen a deal like that for copper before. All right, there we go. Now up $1 so there's some pushback. It did show we hit 74 briefly there. So there that is. Let's get back over here. Let's get to some of these, see what we've got here. And let's see here. Let's get down here. A few more of these. Come on now. King Charles. Not a big fan of King Charles. I'm not either. I'm with you on that, bro. And Dark Horse, my local coin shop, has only colorized coins left and some blemished silver maple leafs. So some places are starting to run low on stock. That's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing indeed. Let's see here. We've got Cleaner Guy says, I want silver to drop. I don't have enough. 4,400 face value in junk is all. I'm currently rooting for the COMEX. All right, there you go. So we can get some more. I understand. Could the capture of Venezuela's silver mines and commodity drop prices hard tomorrow? I don't think so. And remember, they don't have much silver mining in Venezuela. There's not much there at all. All right, let's see here. And let's see what we've got. And we've got Richard Metcalf says, it's going to be an interesting week for sure. It sure will. It's going to be a wild ride for for sure. And we've got Dude Sweet says, copper is sold out now. That's news to me. I'd love to know where you're seeing that sold out. But yes, Cybercurrent Twitcher is exactly right. You can kiss his silver butt crack. Although there's not much space there because he's got the silver there. But hey, we can make a noble effort. Pun intended there completely. By the way, check out Silver Wolverine's channel. And also check out Cybercurrent Twitcher's latest video. Good stuff there. Will 2026 be happy for silver? Check that out for sure. Sunday Morning Stacker will been buying Call Eagles to save on premiums. Nice. Yeah, I've seen people buy Call Eagles from online dealers, and they get them. It's like, where's the call in these Eagles? They're great. They look really good. So that's awesome. Yeah, if you can do that and save money, get Call Eagles. For sure, you're right. Thank you, James Unleashed, for posting a link to both those channels. Tom Anderson is here. Or Tom Sanders, rather. Tom Sanders is here. Not Tom Anderson. That's from Beavis and Butthead, the character on that. Sorry. Good to see Jerry, Mandarin. A lot of good folks here with us tonight. We've got John May. COMEX 1 silver down to 43. And we'll see. I don't know if you know how you know that number, but anyways, let's see here. We've got Ken Wingtai. The banks were already in trouble. Silver is one of the final pins to pop in the bubble. Well, I don't know. It doesn't seem to be doing too much right now, but we'll see. See how that plays out. Yes, I did see that. I talked about that on a video a couple weeks ago when they released that. That's going to be a pretty big surprise. I'm looking forward to it, especially with the Morgan and Peace dollars. That'll be pretty interesting to see those and enhance uncirculated. I'm glad they're bringing that finish back. My favorite Silver Eagles of 2013 enhanced uncirculated. That's pretty darn cool. Let's do one more here before we get back into the markets. Alpine Diving says you got to be careful with mining stocks. Banks love buying them out, and then they make deals for the next million or so coming out of the ground or be specific spot price. They are usually part of the loan deal and help out the mine. A lot of mines are forced to sell at $18 to $30 an ounce due to past deals right now. Well, yeah, especially for explorers. This is an explorer. You do have to be careful. Do your own due diligence. Do your homework, which I actually mentioned in the profile of this, but that's good advice. It's always good to give that caution out there. And I think that's the way to approach this rather than some of the others, which I appreciate. This is a free speech zone. People, I love to hear people's comments as long as they're respectful. But I've had a couple of people, especially two that know me and been watching this channel for long enough that I've covered other, and they come in with just absolute degrading insults, which is just absolutely uncalled for, but nonetheless. Bill Arrington says, I don't do mining stocks, just physical metals. And that's okay. It's not for everybody. It's exactly right. And that's why I say, ETFs. ETFs are not for everybody, but there's some people that think, I like it. It's much more convenient. There's a wide variety of precious metal enthusiasts that come on this on the channel here. and there's a wide variety of interest. I've had a lot of people say, Sal, do a video on mining stocks, or to do, and here I do one. Of course, it's a profile, but anyways, there's a lot of people that have interest in it. There's nothing wrong with mining stocks. There's nothing wrong with ETFs, as long as you know what they are, as long as you know what they are and know the risk involved. There's risk in everything in life, by the way, including holding physical, and I've talked about that. But I believe in physical the most. It's the first and foremost thing you should have. But if you want to diversify from within precious metals, there's ways to do it, and we're just providing options here. So Dotson Z Ball says silver price is grossly undervalued and nowhere near the ratio of the S&P silver ratio of 2011. Scarcity aside, silver has to pass 246 just to return to 2011 ratio. Yeah, if you're using the S&P, I don't know that I would use the S&P as a measure though. But I see what you're saying there. But anyways, a handful of C-130s have arrived in the UK to collect Venezuela gold from the Bank of England. Interesting. It's a post on Facebook, so I would take that as a grain of salt, but that's interesting. See how that's going to play out. Okay, let's see here. Let's do one more here, and we'll look at the markets again. See what's happening, because it is top of the hour again. I don't think the new buyers are stackers. They are short-term retail speculators that do more damage to a market that's good because they panic and run at the first sign of trouble. There's no actual need for retail silver owner other than protecting one's wealth. Currently, there's no mass need for retail physical ownership. Well, there is a mass need for retail ownership. I think everybody should stack silver. And if these new buyers are buying physical silver, yes, they could speculate with it, but they would be fooled because of the premiums involved. The premiums you don't get. If they're going to speculate, they would do that with ETFs. But these are physical buyers. So what is? There it goes. All right, let's take a look at the markets now. And silver's now up $1.38, almost up 2% with the opening of the other markets here. We see a pretty big spike in volume here, really big spike at the really beginning, and it's shooting up a little bit from the big climb that we saw just beforehand. Now up almost 2%, up $1.43, $74.32. That's a pretty good climb in a short amount of time. And remember, I think this is mostly due to the situation in Venezuela. I really do think that that's what's happening here. And gold is up 1%, up $43.10. Mark B, save your money. I'm going to be putting on pre-sale my Diamond Fist rounds. You want to check that out. So if you want to get that for something new, it will be available very soon for pre-order, probably this week. All right. Yeah, the difference in the Eagles from the 90s. Yeah, a little bit more high relief back then. They were different for sure. And they're nice in a way. It's a different kind of finish, different, a little bit higher relief, seemingly. At least it appears to be. I don't know. Maybe that's just my perception, but yes, indeed. Oil, yeah. Let me see what oil is doing. It's a good question because oil is pretty important here. Oil is. Let me get to it. App is a little bit slow here. Crude oil is actually down 7 cents, 57.25 for oil right now. I'm actually a little bit surprised at that. I actually am a little bit surprised at that. But anyways, let's see here. So gold is now up over 2% now. I mean, silver's up over 2%, $74.36 is where silver is tonight. Gold is up 0.97%, up $42. Now, this is interesting. I don't know now that we can say silver's price is because of Venezuela, because it's way outperforming gold right now, which means maybe some of the speculators got back in spite of the margin increases. But I'm going to be talking about those margin increases tomorrow, by the way, pretty in-depth and detailed. So hopefully you will join me then, or you'll join me for that video tomorrow. let's get back over here. We got Patriot Aries says, despite the volatility of the metals markets and the low buyback offers and all the setbacks, high premiums, I still can't help but feel more secure and sleep better at night knowing that I have a fiat-backed assets of silver and gold and anything else I could put currency in at this point. We are in uncharted territory. I'll continue to take the green paper and magically turn it into shiny metal. Yeah, and if you're looking long term, I think that's a good idea. Long term, just understand that there's going to be volatility. The prices are going to fall too at some point in time. This rally will end, and I'm curious to see what's going to happen at the other end of that. For sure. All right, let's see here. And we've got S. McChristie. This is what Democrats do. He's talking about what happened in Washington State. Illinois will probably do it next to copy Washington State because Democrats hate savings and stored wealth represents savings and frugality. It really does. They tend to be higher tax, but Republicans and Democrats tend to be high spend, unfortunately. But yes, indeed. All right. So Patriot Torres says, be your own bank. BYOB. Exactly right. Be your own bank. For sure. Let's slurp a little bit of coffee here because I can toast to that. I can toast to that. Indeed. Okay. Very good. Okay, let's do a few more and we'll look back at the markets again. We've got Philly beef. JP Morgan is a true blue whale for silver. Buying the Bear Stearns silver, then consistently buying out on the COMEX. They make money if silver goes up or if it goes down, as long as price keeps moving. That's a good point. They do make money in the trades. There's no question about that. So there it is. So that's the case for sure. How much do I bench press? 7 pounds with both hands would I bench press. 7 pounds. Okay, very good. Let's see here. And we've got this shining time precious metals. I just bought a 5-ounce silver bar and a 10th-ounce gold coin, so the price will drop now. You are welcome. I know. That's what's referred to as Salivate's law. So that's yes, I understand that. Although I've been fairly lucky lately in that regard. Let's see here. Okay. Let's get back over here. What are we dealing with now? 2.15% increase in silver's price tonight. $74.45. There it is. It's moving on up. And I think this is right around the previous ceiling that we saw. It was very controversial that happened last week. There was a ceiling that it would not go above $74.50. I think that was a number. And then here we are at that level again. Is this a resistance that they're trying to hold for one reason or another? I don't know. We'll see how it plays out overseas as the markets have opened up here. Fascinating to see how this plays out. So there we go. All right. Thank you, Silver Heises, for reporting what we've got here. 727 votes in poll, but only 550 in the chat, and we have 1,300 viewers. So I hope you will press the thumbs up button if you're so inclined. I do understand it takes much less energy to vote in the poll than it does to press the thumbs up button. So anyways, very good. All right. Brand new stacker, Bob from Sunny Isles. Always good to see new stackers. Thank you for watching. So there it is. And so metals markets are moving, and the speculators may be coming in for sure. All right, sorry that keeps happening on this darn thing. I need to switch these things around to get them right. But let's see here. Wondering, when do you think the U.S. bullion dealers will stop using the COMEX for their pricing and actually use other markets to adequately reflect the physical price? Hardly ever. I don't think it'll ever happen. I wish it would. That's one of my biggest gripes, but I wish it would. But anyway, so COMEX is a joke. Alan Smith. Yep, a lot of people are not fans. Iron Rob says, every ounce out of the banker's hands helps mankind remember the ants' versions versus the grasshoppers, all right? Yep, every ounce does count. Indeed it does. With a shortage, an institutional shortage, it may not seem like a lot, but it is something that I think it sends a powerful message. More of us hold it. This is why I created the Diamond Fist round. Hold it, on to it. Doesn't even have to be for dear life. Just hold on to it tight. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. All right. Yeah, 74.50. I think that is the previous ceiling that bounced around in where it kind of just held there, and it would not go above that. All right, thank you so much. Bill is saying hello to us. Hello, Bill. Good to see you. Thank you, my friend, for popping in tonight. Outlaw, why are you defending a penny stock over your entire fan base? People have spoken. We don't want any more mining stocks. No, they have not spoken. It's not a penny stock. Looks like he deleted his own comment because I can see that there, but I'm going to remove it anyway. I've already done that. And it's not a penny stock. And of course, again, people, I've explained that over and over again, and to him specifically. All right. Tito Bito says, same exact script as Silver Dragons and Argenta. Looks like they're playing well for advertisement. Is this free info or undisclosed commercial? Well, it's free for you to listen to the ad. It's a sponsored ad, as I mentioned in the video. But we do run very close scripts on this stuff. They are, for sure. And thank you, Bluetooth Blades. Appreciate that so much. And so Robert says, apologies, something unusual appears to be going on today at RAF Fairford near Gloucestershire in the UK with at least 10 C-17A Globemaster 3s with the U.S. Air Force. All right, so maybe that is. Somebody else mentioned that too, to C-130s, you're taking the C-17As. So we'll see. We'll see what it is, what's going on there. I may look into that after this is over. And thank you, Eric Hammond, for the 2 spot. Thanks for keeping us informed. Thank you. All right, thank you so much. Yeah, Konya, it is not a penny stock. It is not a penny stock. I mean, just because it trades under $1 does not mean it's a penny stock. And they've been around for a while. I profiled this company last year. And but I don't mind some criticism or comments like this that are questioning it. I don't delete comments. Some of the other channels will delete any kind of comments like this. As long as you're respectful, I'm fine. Okay, every channel is sponsored by AGF. Yes. A lot of channels are. A lot of the big channels are. It's coordinated advertising. It's part of what happens. So there it is. All right. So yeah, but I mean, it's just part of it's advertising. It's a 2 to 2.5 minute profile in almost an 11-minute video. You don't like it, that's okay. But anyways, it's one of those things. I liken it to this. There are some companies that advertise strongly on radio and television, and you'll see those ads pop up in a program that you watch 2-3 times. You'll see it repeatedly. You put more eyes. It's a marketing technique. It does not mean it's illegitimate. It does not mean that it's not ethical, and or anything like that. So, anyways, and Outlaw Chicken is not a fan of mining stocks, and that's fine. That's fine if you're not a fan of it. But don't question my integrity or ethics for advertising for something you're not a fan of. I'm not a fan of Taylor Swift. It does not mean that she's not a hardworking artist and doesn't put out music that people love. She's totally legitimate. But I'm not a fan, but I don't question her integrity. Even if she votes Democrat, I won't question her integrity. So there's that. That's the difference here. So there it is. And not a penny stock. It's and anyways, but yes. And we're paid, and we tell all of us disclose all. There's disclaimers all over the place on this stuff. So anyway, so there it is. All right, Bikini Woman, thank you as always, Sal. Thank you so much. And see, some of these other channels, they'll just delete all these comments. I will take them head on, any of the criticism. So anyways, but let's see here. Let's see here. Very good. And crash, is it coming? All right, well, we'll see. We'll see if it happens. We'll see if it happens. Let's see here. Tiger Stacker, thank you so much. I'm your fan. Don't tell anybody. I will keep that a secret. The Tiger Stacker, you are the man. Thank you, brother. Hope you had a good Christmas and New Year. Yes, yeah, the Asian guy. Now, there's a channel to channels. I think over 100 channels now that you should be questioning for integrity is the Asian AI channel. It's crazy. But thank you, Tiger Stacker. Check out the Tiger Stacker's channel. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you, my friend. You are awesome. All right. I will confess, this is something I've not disclosed before, but I probably should say it since I've been called out on it. I'm not really human, okay? But I'm also not AI, so I do have that. I am a multi-dimensional creature. All right? I am a multi-dimensional creature. For sure, yes, indeed. All right, so there it is. So that is the truth. That is one thing I did fail to disclose earlier, and really I did not disclose that only because I didn't think it was important. It just kind of slipped my mind. But maybe some people would need to know that I am a multidimensional creature. All right. Let's see here. All right, we've got Silver Sleuth, AG over $75 on Monday's close. In my opinion, well, it's getting closer now. $40 billion a month, and new money has to go somewhere. Perhaps silver and gold. Not a whale, but fine with being a guppy with silver fins. Yes, indeed, that's right. There you go. That's right, Silver Sleuth. Let's see what the metals are doing right now. And let's see here. What do we have happening? Silver is now up $1.49, so up 2.05%, $74.38. Yeah, Asian AI channel is now being more scrutinized now, Bacon Logic. It's not as accurate as you think. All the stuff that it's accurate on is stuff that it just crawls from across other channels in the internet that is verified. When they do those 24 to 36-minute videos, there's going to be some truth in there. But they toss in a lot of stuff that they can't back up and a lot of outrageous claims that are crazy. So very good. All right. So there it is. Let's see here. And gold, silver is now showing some resistance around the $74.50 mark. That's interesting considering what we saw last week. So there it is. So $74.44. And gold is up $48.20, up 1.11%. So there that is. Okay, silver's now reached its session high of $74.52. So barely pushing up beyond that resistance point. Very interesting to see this happen. Yes, indeed. So there it is. All right, $74.52. Platinum is going crazy tonight. So is palladium, up $82 tonight in just over an hour. It's crazy. 3.82%. There it is. And so there it is tonight. Palladium up 3.65%, $59. Look at that. I'm so glad I bought platinum when I did. It's crazy. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, Zonker APMEX is not showing the actual spot price. They're showing a combination of other prices. That's their own number, essentially. And even Summit Metals does it too, but they're not as bad. 7504 is what they've got. But it's not really that. They all kind of pad them a little bit. But I think APMEX is probably most egregious in doing that, which is unfortunate. But yes, indeed. Let's take a look at the volume now, because now it's up a cent more. It's up $74.53. What's the volume like for silver trading right now? It is pulled back slightly, but it's in the green. The buying is happening in the green, but the volume is pulled back, but not as far back as it was towards the end of the last hour here. So we're seeing these markets move up. It's crazy. All right, let's see here. All right. That's right. Cybercurrent Twitcher was paying at a fifth of the price that he's paying now. So there it is. All right. Look at that. So it'll be very interesting to see how this plays out. But tonight, now we're seeing silver continue to press on above that resistance of $74.50. It's at $74.54. That's right, $74.54. That's right. Okay. Let's see here. And let's see here. Let's get into some more comments. All right. Bozo, mining stocks are not my cup of tea, but a younger person could do a lot worse than to add a couple to their investments. Never go all in. That's right, exactly. And that's the point. Mining stocks are not for everybody, even for some of the younger people. And these type of mining stocks are a little bit more risky. So just understand that. And of course, as I mentioned in the video, do your own homework on this stuff and on the company. We profile them, but look into them yourself. Somebody had posted a comment, which I thought was a good one, about one of the big people that are they're investing and their involvement with Uranium One or with the Clinton Foundation. It's a good research. See, that's the kind of research you should do. Although I do think that was, looking for opportunities, investments, and things like that outside of their normal realm and trying to find inroads through certain foundations. Obviously, he believed in it. Of course, so, I mean, that's the kind of stuff you got to do. So, anyways, there you go. All right. And let's see here. Yeah, I mean, you can diversify. Owning the precious metal, the physical metal, is obviously the foundational thing you can do, but there's other ways to diversify as well. So, anyways, let's see here. All right. No bombshell, just another 10. No, it's not a 10-minute commercial. Not at all. And it was big news in there. That's another ignorant comment, but it is Doug Vincent. Slurp, thank you, sir. We're going to slurp in your honor. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you. Have a good Sunday. No, thank you, Evil Cowboy. All right, have a good Sunday. Thank you. And we got Silver Sleuth turned on a silver dime. The bull is loose and slightly contained by a paper gate. Yes, indeed, a paper gate. Keep stacking after all the priorities and obligations are squared away. That's right, exactly. Stop flogging advertising. I don't know what that means. I'm not flogging any advertising. I'm just there's an ad in it. There's a 2-minute ad in a 10-minute video. It's not a flog. I'm not flogging. I don't even know what that means. But size 9, the separation of paper to physical is something we need to have happen sooner than later. The true silver price discovery has not yet happened, but physical prices per ounce should be more than $70 or even $100. Let's be real, silver hand. All right, silver hands, yes, indeed. Well, so far it is over $74 or over $70. It is exactly now $74.83, pushing way beyond that resistance that we talked about, which is $74.50. A $1.94 move up now. So it's moving up. There's the Evil Cowboy. He's here. Thank you. Good to see you, Evil Cowboy. Yes, indeed. And so there it is. Gold is up at 1.25%, up $54.10. Oh, flogging is British slang for selling. Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. Thank you for that. They have said Barrack Law. All right. It looks bad. Well, it's advertising's everywhere, Barrack Law. Advertising is everywhere. And so deal with it. People get so easily triggered. It's crazy. Yeah, that's right, Jesse J. That's how I interpreted it too. But I think CCT's definition, I think, is more, this guy must be British. So I think it has different meanings here. All right. Let's see here. Okay, we've got King of Ledford. Buy a couple of tubes of Eagles. All right. That's an idea. Get them for as little under spot as possible. Bobby Wilson says, buy strong and safe. The truth will set you free. Be blessed and be a blessing. We the people are by the people for the people. United we stand, divided we fall. Eyes wide open, not eyes wide shut. Two-way the way. There you go. Exactly. Be strong and be safe for sure. This $75 is important. Yes, I think if we can get $75 and hold above that, that will be extremely important. Indeed. All right, let's see here. Thank you, Steve, for pressing the thumbs up button. It is appreciated. $74.75 right now. We are 25 cents away from that critical $75 mark. We'll see if it gets there, up 2.55% now. Gold up $53.10. Crazy. Look at that. What a wild time. A wild move indeed for gold. But you know, there was times we've seen gold move up $100 at a time in a day. It's crazy. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. That's right, M Chronic. I love it. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yes, indeed. I should do it all free. That's right. For all the time. I guarantee you, I spend over 40 hours a week doing this as well as my full-time job. So it's a crazy. All right, let's see here. So silver pulling back from some of its highs, only slightly. No, I take that back. It's actually, yeah, well, pull back 1 cent rather. 74.84 was but it's now up $74.82 right now. There it is. Crazy. All right. Let's do this here. Okay, we've got all right, we've got Fam Bell says, I'm fairly new, began stacking when I found your channel and some others. As a single mother, I wish I could have stacked more by this time, but I love my stack, which is a great variety of bullion and numismatics and continental. I think she meant constitutional. I don't know why I was stacking, maybe for SHTF, but I watched volatility and was down by recent events. I'm wondering if I should trade some gold if the ratio continues to drop. I heard gold was going to go up and thought maybe this is why people stack for when the ratio drops. Yeah, I'd be very careful about trading the ratio. Most of the ratio trades probably should be done in the paper space with ETFs because any local coin shop is not going to be able to give you the actual ratio that gold and silver is trading, which, by the way, right now is sitting at, let me do this, gold to silver ratio is at 58.69, so it's narrowing a little bit here. So there it is. All right. But right now, silver is trading up 2.63%, up $1.92 at this point in time, almost up $2 here. And there it is, $74.81 right now. Gold is up 1.23%, up $53.20. So there it is. Very interesting. Asian markets will be open in full force in a matter of an hour or so from now. That's crazy. And it should be very interesting times we witness here through the beginning of January 2026. Wild time indeed. All right, let's get down here and see what we've got. Matt Wingy, stability and sound money are the plan for me. Great info, great video. Thank you, Matt Wingy. I appreciate you, sir. You are the man. And Bearded Wonder, no intended disrespect, Sal, but it makes me nervous when two predominant YouTubers have the same sponsor on the same day, posting along with almost every nearly identical messages for the sponsor. Do I trust what you and they have said? Yes, but this feels a bit Big Brother. No, I understand that. If this is a marketing strategy, and I appreciate this kind of feedback that's critical. See, this is the way you're going to do it. This is the way you should do it. You question it. Say what's going on. Same script, same sponsor, and these questions should be answered. And it is very close to the same script. We are holding even more tight now with the scripts on these, and they do the coordinated marketing, and it's not just the other channel. There's like 6 or 7 other channels that have done it. This is a big push for this company, but they are legitimate. They are higher risk, but it also has a potential for a higher reward. But we always say do your own homework, and I never say you should buy this stock now. I just give you some of the reasons why it may be a good potential, but but it's advertising. That's really all it is. But they are legitimate companies, and so yes, you should trust what we're saying about the sponsor because of the information we're providing. But nonetheless, as far as the overall performance of the stock, we don't know what's going to happen. Just like with anything else, but with these kind of companies have a little bit more risk. So yes, there are. So yeah, but there's a lot, and part of me doesn't like that either. I wish they would stagger them a bit, but they want to get the message out quickly to as many channels as possible on a certain day, and they want to bring interest to the company. But keep that in mind too, because it's they want the stocks to do well long term, but if they can get a lot of people in and buying, I guess that's the strategy they're looking for. But see, when you ask it like this, you deserve an answer. When you ask it in a respectful way, rather than challenging the integrity of us that are doing these. So I appreciate that. So thank you. All right, Rod says silver's about sovereignty and freedom of choice. That's exactly right. And Mr. T. Price says, me hearing about the stock again makes me want nothing to do with it. That's to each their own. I mean, some people are turned off by it. I can, it's fine. All right. But anyways, let's see here. A grumpy grandpa, just my 2 cents. I don't invest in exploration companies. They are riskier, and I can understand that. Even with a billionaire on board, they just don't have the cash to process. Well, they're pretty well positioned. In fact, most of the companies that I profile do have a good cash position. This one is also, and by the way, this company's been around for a while, and they've been working in this region for a while. They're just now amping up drilling, and that's the key here. This is why they want to get the information out, because they're getting drilling results out soon. Anyways, so there it is. Let's just explore and hope someone who buys them, unless you have the stomach for the volatility and time to wait for returns, they're just not worth the risk. They may not be worth the risk for you. They're not for everybody. So thank you, Grumpy Grandpa. Appreciate that. But nothing compares to Nancy Pelosi's boobies. That's right, Tony Erickson. You're right about that for sure. All right. Mr. Billionaire says, I have a 10-ounce bar from them. Nice. All right. From NTR Metals. Yep, you still see those around, those NTR metal bars. All right. Stop watching precious metal channels. I wonder how many others feel the same. All right. Yep. Well, some people don't like it. It is what it is, but they wouldn't do it if they didn't think they didn't reach their goal. But it's just an ad. Don't be so triggered about it. I heard about the silver company. There you go. No Blinders heard about them last year, so they're not a fly-by-night company. Elon Trump here says, my hope is that when I am gone, my children and grandchildren will have my stack. I do take some profits, and they're still... But the stack for me is something I wish to pass on. I want them to be sitting around a table thinking of me and put together to pass on them, and they will use to survive and thrive. I hope they will take the ultimate profit from my $20 an ounce silver and $1,200 an ounce gold when I make my commitments to this hedge plan, when I give them something outside of paying the government eyes. There you go, exactly right. You bought in at the right time, for sure. All right, we got that. Keep on slurping. Thank you, Anton. Yes, indeed. Gonna keep on slurping. What is wrong with investing in mines? I don't do it, but I wouldn't feel guilty about doing it. Investing in digital currencies are way more devilish. Yeah, a lot of people feel that way. Yep, exactly. Yep, people get so easily triggered. It's just crazy. Love that chunky silver on screen. So impressive. Thank you, Pirate Silver Stacks. Appreciate that, brother. And let's refresh this and look at the markets again here. We've got silver up over 3% now, blasting past $75 an ounce. Wow. Somebody said here earlier that $75 was critical. Here we are. We're at it. Will it hold on to it? Even in the bid price, it's at $75. There it is. Gold up 1.38%. Silver up 3.15%. Platinum is up over 4%, up $92 tonight. Crazy. So a pretty wild night here for silver, especially silver. I think it's the speculators. I do not think this is all about Venezuela now. I think silver's price movement is because of speculation. And so there it is. All right. Very good. And let's see. Very good. All right. Yes, indeed. Let's feeding their crews and letting them work, hard-working men get some. Yeah. Hopefully they're treating their people right. There usually are. These mining companies that are working in jurisdictions in Canada in Latin America and South America, usually they're set up pretty well, and they're running ethically. So yeah, and they got a lot of infrastructure and stuff in space as well. That would be a pretty big deal if some of that stuff, if they weren't doing that right. That would be a pretty bad deal. And I'm sure that Gold Standard Media wouldn't be involved in those kind of companies. All right. And let's see here. All right. Let's refresh this again. Okay, we're almost caught up here. Sal, the silver I bought a few years ago is up about $60 an ounce. Wow. Have thought about trading for gold. Okay, well, yep. But really and honestly, when you think about it, whenever you say trading for gold, think about this for a moment. That you're not going to be able to get it at 58.44. You are essentially going to be selling your silver and buying gold at a premium. If you go to a local coin shop or if you go to an online dealer and make that trade, you're not going to trade it ounce for ounce. It's highly unusual that would happen. Very good. All right. Yes, Christian Quilter, Venezuela, I think does have some silver mining. They may have some mines that are not operational, but they've never been a big silver mining company from what I understand, or country from what I understand. They do have a lot of gold reserves. Very good. All right. So yes, indeed, that's right. So silver's move up here. Yeah, I do agree with Gold Trader. It's not Venezuela, it's Chinese and options related. Yep. I think that's right. I think that's what's happening to silver right now. At least for the most part. I think some of silver's move is Venezuela related, but most of it tonight that we're seeing here, I think, is related to China and the speculators. Yes, I agree with that. Let's see here. The gold's doing well, though, up almost $60 an ounce tonight. Platinum up now $107, up almost 5%, $2,261. $107 move for platinum. That's crazy. Is it? Do you think there's speculation going on there? Which I guess so. With platinum is too. Well, in part, I'm going to be talking about some of this in tomorrow's video. Hope you will stay tuned for that. All right. Yeah, Venezuela has bauxita, if I'm saying that correctly, which is the foundation for aluminum. Yes, they have other minerals and stuff too in Venezuela. So yeah, there is that. All right. All right. There you go, Steve C. Holding an ounce of gold in your hands is very nice. There you go. Yes, indeed. We did the challenge there. Yep. The 1 ounce challenge for sure. And it did pay off for some people then. It's tough right now. Be very, very tough for sure. Jim and Jim, I'm sorry if somebody's attacking you in here. So stick around or not. I didn't see that, but sorry that's happening. Let's see here. How high does gold have to go before you break out the guitar again? Well, if I see gold hit $4,500 in the next few minutes here while I'm live, I'll pull the guitar out. But I don't think that's going to happen tonight. But silver, man, it's on fire, up $2.55, now reaching a new session high to $75.44. It's on fire. Platinum now above 5%. Insane in the membrane. $75.45. Platinum $2,264. Man. All right. Bauhiti. Okay, Bauhiti. Is that how you pronounce it? Bauhiti. So, wife worked at the mine in the office in Venezuela. Wow, really? If it's actually in Venezuela, that is something else. All right. Let's see if there's any more comments that have made their way through this broadcast tonight. No, we are caught up. Let's take a look at the held. Oh, okay, yeah, we got these. See, I've got these filters where I catch these crazy scammers. These Cravatin things. Cravatin, they spell it differently. But I think I've got most of them where I can catch them. And I'm going through and I'm deleting a lot of this stuff too. You can actually report them yourself if you do see those things. But yeah, I'm getting these things before they're even seen. But I gotta be very careful because I don't want to delete anybody that's legitimate here. So I'm very careful getting this stuff out. But we're gonna do a little housekeeping here, just briefly. We'll get back to the markets again. But look how they do all these things here. Look at how many of these comments pop up in a matter of seconds. It's automated crap stuff. I mean, we're looking at 23, 24. And nobody sees this stuff because I have them filtered out to catch those phrases when they pop in here. We're going to get over 30 of these. It's insane how much that stuff is out there. Sometimes I miss it, but I work hard to try to get a lot of this. So some of my moderators do too. This actually might be the most we've had pop in here tonight. We should be almost done. Okay, there's one. Sal, you're starting to look like a shield for the sellers more and more. But man, well, we're just going to delete that. I'm not going to ban this guy, but I'm just going to delete that comment. The rest we're going to report. Report these 40. And I actually bought the dip again. Vast majority of my stack has been lost by possession. Okay, so they have a good holiday. We'll approve that one. Sometimes it takes a while for that to show up. Oh, there it is. We'll answer this one real quick, and then we'll get back to the markets. All right. I actually bought the dip again. A vast majority of my stack has been in my possession for 15 to 20 years. And since I believe silver is about to really go boom, I'm okay with buying at the current spot price of my LCS. With that being said, it'll be interesting to see what happens with tonight's opening. Hope you all had a great holiday. Well, CT87, I understand your feeling about that, but remember, the price could plunge tomorrow. We just don't know what's going to happen. Buy with the expectation that's going to work so you don't get disappointed. That's what I say to new stackers and old stackers alike. But just be careful. But thank you. You could be right, though. We'll see what happens. Right now, it's on fire. Silver's up 3.31%, $75.30 after reaching a session high of $75.51, a whole dollar past that previous resistance point. Gold up 1.33%, $57.80. Platinum up $112. Wow, 5.22%. Crazy. All right, there we go. Let's see here. And palladium up 3.46. That's right. There it is. All right. Sartastic night. Thank you so much. Good time tonight. Appreciate you guys being here. We monitor these markets, see what's happening, the moves here. As we are about 17 minutes away now from the top of the next hour when I think Tokyo opens at 8, I believe. Tokyo. And trading, we'll see here. I previously thought it was Shanghai that opened at 8, but that opens at 9:30. And I think that's going to be the real doozy. But anyway, it's very good. All right. That's right. Nobody really knows. Absolutes. Yeah, people say that. Yeah, that's right. Let's see here. All right. Thank you. Razor Ready. Thank you so much. He's on the sidelines. Thank you so much, Razor Ready, for popping in tonight. I appreciate you so much. Tucson Bubba is still here. Happy New Year to you all. Good to see Fathom, Silver Shelby Stacker. A lot of good folks here with us tonight as we watch these markets move. Silver breaking through $75 tonight. That's a pretty big deal. Indeed it is. 75.27 right now. And where it is, it's $2.38 up, 3.27% increase. Gold is not doing too bad either. It's up over 1.3%, $58.10 moved to the upside. Platinum is up 4.62%, up $99. It got up to as high as $2,272 earlier. So there it is. All right. Michael K can feel it coming in the air tonight. So he's going to what? Hold on. That's right. Exactly. I love it, Michael K. That's great. Very good. All right. So now it's scaling back a little bit here for silver. It's up $2.14 now, $75.03 for the bid, or for the ask rather. Have a good night, Cybercurrent Twitcher. He's going to dream about $80 silver, and we'll see. 69% of you think it's going to be more than just a dream. That we're going to see that before the end of the week. Sleep well, CCT. Thank you so much. Deja Vu is here all over again. All right, go Steelers. All right. I love football teams with metal in their name. With metal in their name is always the best. Yes, indeed. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right. Very good. Very good. $74.03 now for silver. What a wild ride it has been for silver tonight. It's a move. We're getting closer to the top of the next hour. Responding to your comments, just chilling, hanging out, and seeing what's going on in the space here tonight. Yes, indeed. Let's just do this. Let's get over here, see if there's anything going on in the comment section recently. Oh, there we go. Bozo is replying to your live stream at this very moment. Nice. He's got it. Very good. Thank you, Ibji. Sal, where can I get one of those volatility switches? Oh, my goodness. Yes, indeed. Not many people have commented about that. I had that custom made over at Concord Space, and pretty cool little thing. They messed some things up. Their customer service is really not the best. In fact, I'd like to get that one. I have another piece too I've not shown yet. Hopefully they'll be able to fix that. But anyways, but thank you for that. And let's see here. And we've got markets move here. Yeah, I'm hooked on silver like a crack addict. Truth. That's exactly right. Sure is. And what we're seeing here tonight is silver is testing the $75 range right now. It got up as high as $75.51, but now it's barely holding on. There's still a 12-cent spread between the bid and the ask, but the bid price is below 75 again. I think this might be our new little test, our new ceiling, our new resistance for silver here as we wait for Tokyo to open momentarily. So we'll see how this plays out. All right. Gold up $55.50, up 1.28%, 43.87, with a high tonight of 43.97. And a platinum is now back up over $100 right now. Check out Rocky Superstar's live stream after I'm done here. What does it mean that China stopped selling silver to the world? Is the title of that live stream. I'm just another guy. Can you explain where APMEX gets their spot price compared to Kitco? Because it's much bigger ask price compared to bid. Yep, all dealers do it. Almost all dealers. I think I only know of one right now that doesn't. Even Summit Metals doesn't. It's a common. I actually asked APMEX specifically why they do it. They say they get it from a combination of different sources, with futures price being a part. I just think I don't like that. I wish they would just use spot price, but everybody is doing it, and so I think that's why Summit Metals is doing it too. But theirs is much more reasonable, much more closer to spot price. But as you can see, it's 75.07 here, and Summit has it as 75.50. So there's a spread there, but you see it there. It's kind of moving. So it's just one of those things, but. But they get it from a combination of different areas. And some of it also can be a delay in trading too. So we're watching this pretty closely here. We're drinking Stone Cold coffee now. Stone Cold Crazy coffee. All right. Debt regrets. Says salivate in a sad face. Salivate. Okay, salivate. Okay. Well, yep. I'm sponsored by Bullion Dealer, and I have I did an ad on this thing, so no problem with that. Some people just so easily triggered. That's all right. And one guy said he was going to unsubscribe, even though I had done this profile of these companies before, and he's just like, because he was twisting my words, so he's out of here. He tried to come in here and spam too. I didn't block him yet, but I'm very close to it if he keeps it up. But anyways, we'll see. But all right, let's see here. Silver up $2.44 now, so back up well above $75 again, 75.33, 3.35% increase. The bid is 75.21, and gold is up 1.34%. So there it is, $57.90 move. Platinum up $102, 4.76. It's the clear winner tonight for sure. And so there it is. And let's see. That's right. It is like they're Karens, fathom that. And thank you, Captron. I appreciate you understanding. I mean, it's really simple. If you don't like something, or don't like, an ad or something like that, you don't have to watch that portion or skip past it or something, I mean, I can understand why people wouldn't be interested in that stuff. But anyways, all right. Very good. So now the gold to silver ratio has narrowed a little bit more to 58.45. So Mark Codis, why is there an ask price and a bid price? The reason why there's an ask price and a bid price is because of the different markets. For melting or taking silver back in to buy, that's where the bid is. So this is really the bid price, I think, is where the technicals come in. That is where all of the information, where, if you're going to buy back to a local coin shop or a group or a refiner, they buy based off of the bid price. If they sell to you, that's where they sell to you based off of the ask price. So the ask price is what everybody uses from where you and I or the buyers buy unrefined or buy refined silver. Let's put it that way. Silver to be refined or melted is bought from customers from the bid price. I hope that makes sense. All right, very good. All right. Yes, JK 8609. That's a very good point. And none of them had. I had one guy who said he was a channel member, but I think he got it as a gift. My guess is he got it as a gift because a lot of people get channel memberships as a gift for a month. He even mentioned that, and I can't say for sure whether that's the case, but yep, you're right. All right, very good. And Twisted Clown. Normally, because it's a crazy on Sunday nights, I typically don't do the exercises, but my push-up goal for 26 is to try to do better, try to do more, and maybe even outside of the super chats. But yes, indeed. But thank you so much for that, Twisted Clown. But I haven't really set one in mind yet. But if I could do 40 in one setting, that would be great. I think I can only do like 30 some. But that would be a nice goal to get. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it or not. I'm not really, but anyways, but very good. All right. There you go. Very good. Yes. Yeah, that's right. And hey, I just appreciate you guys watching. You don't have to be a member to watch a channel and be a part of it. But most of the ones that complain about advertising are not members or don't contribute in any way at all. So, yep, exactly right. Very, very good. All right. So this is where we're at right now. Let's take a look at more of these comments. See what we've got here. Let's get back up. Nothing new coming in now. Let me just check something else what we've got here. Okay. $2.30 move silver now back above $75. This is a good move here we're seeing tonight with the markets. Gold up $59.80, up 1.38%, 3.26 move for silver. Platinum up $100. There it is. Palladium up 3.46% tonight, up $56. So there it is. Wild move tonight. Crazy, crazy. All right. And let's see here. And let's see how close we are to the next open. We're 6 minutes away. We're going to watch them as they open up in Tokyo. This will be a pretty big deal up until 9:30 when the Shanghai markets open. All right. Let's see here where we're at here. Let's see. What are we looking at this way? Did it again. Let's see here. I'm going to try something here. All right, and do this. I'm going to get my windows. I have these windows set specifically in a certain way so that I can get to them easier. So I'm going to get them back. There we go. Pop them back here. So there we are. All right. This is much, much better. Okay, let's see here. 10 Curls 79 says, with a $2 super chat, thank you. Which market is open that is changing price? I think it's Australia and maybe Taiwan. That's open right now. I'm just serving from memory. I don't have the website pulled up. I can't get to it quickly enough. But I may actually pull that website up for future market watches. But really, it's typically it's Australia, which is I think Melbourne. I don't know. I think and then you've got Taiwan, and then you've got Tokyo. Then you have Shanghai. Typically, I think that's what it is. All right. Let's see here. Very good. Slurping some cold coffee now. Matt, do you think gold or silver will prevail in 2026? Both, I think, will prevail. Even after this bull run, they're going to prevail. Oh, we just got this. A PayPal. Thank you so much. A $2 super chat. Thank you. I don't want to say your actual name here, but if you could let me know in the comments, let me know who sent this. He says, what market is open right now that is changing spot price? Well, that's the exact same question that 10 Curls posted, and I hope you heard my answer. But thank you so much for that. $2 PayPal, friends and family, very kind of you indeed. So I think it is two markets that are open now. I think it is Taiwan and Melbourne, Australia, and we're getting ready to see Tokyo open, which is going to be pile on in terms of the volume. And I think likely probably we'll see the price rise even more. But I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think we're going to see that here in mere moments. Right now, before I check the time, silver is up $2.55, $75.44 for the ask price. Gold is up $61.20, nearing its session high at $4,393. So session high was $4,397. So that's what we're seeing right here. Gold up 1.41%, silver 3.5%, platinum up 4.71%, up $101. So there that is tonight. So there we go, crazy. All right, let's see here. Okay, all right, there you go. All right, there we go. JM Unleashed posted a link to it again. There's the markets. Let's pull this up. Very nice indeed. There it is. These are the markets that are open right now. We have got New Zealand. There you go. New Zealand, Australia. Tokyo is open now. Okay, Tokyo is open and Korea is open. Okay, so Tokyo is open. So they go. Taiwan is not open. There you go. Tokyo is already open. Korea is open. Thank you for that. Very nice indeed. So there's what that is now. We'll keep that open, see what happens when trading occurs here at it's almost 8 o'clock here, so we're going to watch these things move. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, at Central Time, 7:30 Central Time. Actually, Shanghai is 9:30 Eastern Time, so that'll be 8:30 Central Time, Aaron, Richie, from what I understand. So there it is. It's almost 8 o'clock, and it takes a few minutes to propagate the actual trades here, at least on the Kitco, to show it. We may look at the chart and see if there's a gap up again. I kind of doubt there's going to be a gap up, but we should see some volume increase if that website is showing it open a little bit early. I don't know, but we'll see here. All right. Okay. Silver up 3.19. Let's take a look at the volume now, because it's now, well, not quite 8 yet. Okay, we're seeing it. That spike is really what's happening with Tokyo opening up, I think, because I don't know. Do they open in like a few minutes before, or do they just open early? What's the deal? I don't know. Look at that. Pretty big spike up here. right at the time, but not a gap up, obviously. I think the gap ups are just from the close to the open. And they're continuously opening on top of another opening. Silver going up in the future, says Silver Newt. So look at that. 2 massive increases of volume for the upside that we're seeing right now in silver, right at the top of the hour, 8 o'clock here. So there it is. Singapore and Taiwan just opened, says Jama Lee. So we're getting a couple of markets opening up here together. Singapore as well. Thank you. I need to get that site happen. Let me just do something quickly here. I'm going to go back to this because I think this is something that we're curious and we're interested in. I've gotten it wrong, thinking I'm going to pull this and pop it over here and add it right there. Oh. How's that? We're going to do this and do that and so that we have it here. All right. I don't like that icon, but we'll take it. Okay, very good. So now we got it. Pop it over there. Get rid of this. Thank you, JM Unleashed. You were the man. Look at that. Look at these greens. Look at these greens. We got Taiwan. We got Korea. We got Tokyo. No Shanghai. That's going to be interesting. And no Hong Kong. So I always thought Hong Kong was first, but nope. No Filipinos. But we do have Singapore is open. Interesting indeed. Indeed. All right. So there that is. Let's see. Refresh this. Any other new comments? All right. Let's see here. Let's do responded. Why I'm going to do responded? Because I need to steal my own content. I need to get get my boilerplate back. I needs it. I'm going to have to do this. Be very, very careful. Now let's answer some comments, shall we, while we're here just for fun. Havoc Medic, howdy Sal, Happy New Year. Just added 15 ounces to the stack. Way to go. Only been stacking since July when spot was $36 an ounce. DCA is the way to go, especially when holding for decades. My children will inherit my stack. You're learning very quickly. Congratulations, Havoc Medic. That is awesome. So great to hear. So great to hear. Iggy, can you create a diamond fist emoji for the live chat? Probably will. Likely, I've already thought about doing it. So stay tuned for the diamond fist emoji that will be coming in due course. Yes, indeed. And I'm going to probably be adding it sometime. Maybe when the medals go live or when the rounds become available. We'll see there. All right, let's see here. We have finished. I got to get some chaser in there because I got a lot of cinnamon that I need to wash down before it chokes up my throat. All right, so there we go. Those are the markets that are open right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 markets are open. And here we go. 359 Boyle. Thank you so much for the super chat, my friend, as we're seeing silver now $76 an ounce. $76 an ounce. That is amazing. Let's take a look at it over here. And the bid price, $76.13. $3.24, up 4.45%. The markets are on fire in Asia. Wild. Okay, 359 Boyle. Thank you for the 5 spot. Got my silver Friday at Halifax. And the dealer was out, and a few people were waiting to see, that's Nova Scotia, to see if anyone's selling. Crazy times. Everybody is out. Hi-ho, silver away. That's right. Well, 359 Boyle, I'm going to cover talking about some of the people being out in a different way. Check out my video tomorrow, but thank you, 359 Boyle. Congratulations on your purchases. Amazing. Wow. What a big move here. $76 for silver, up 4.39%. As more markets have opened up, it is crazy. Gold is at $4,408.90. It topped out moments ago at $4,410, up 1.77%. It's crazy. All right. All right. Yes, indeed. Very good. So there's where we're at here tonight. 76.09 right now. Platinum is up only $81. Let's say only because it was up well over 100 not long ago. It topped out at 22.72. It's at 22.35 right now. Palladium up $36. So what a night. Let's take a look at this volume again. And the spikes, the candles. There's some resistance showing. Some resistance indeed in silver's price at this level. But I'm asking the question in the chat here, will silver reach $80 by the end of the week? 71% of you now feel that will happen. But we're seeing a little bit of resistance at 76 right now. It's pulling back here. So there's some selling happening here, some speculations there, Asian trading. Yep, once Tokyo opened, the price pumped like crazy. And I think it may pump again when Shanghai opens, especially when Shanghai opens. But we won't be here that long to see it. But look at that. I mean, in this broadcast, we're not going to be here. Look at that. Look at that volume here. But there's some of the buyers that are getting back in and buying again. But we're going to watch it. 76.10 in the ask price, but barely under 76 in the bid. 2 cents under. Yeah, there it is. Everything in the green tonight. Wild. All right, let's get some more chaser here because as we watch these markets move, I'm going to 80 tonight. I doubt we're going to see 80 tonight. I think there's too much resistance here, but we could see it even sooner than Friday. We definitely could see that, but hey, you never know. It could happen tonight. As given what's happened recently in the markets, it could still happen. 58.02. We could see that gold to silver ratio narrow below 58 tonight. That's a possibility. All right. Wild movements here. Okay, let's refresh this one more time to see if any other comments have made their way across through. Z Matman said the previous owner spent 60 plus million for Argenta and was leveraged at a little over 3 million. Nothing suspect here. Move along. Yeah, well, I think you may have gotten everything mixed up there, but do your research on them. It's good to question for sure. But there's reasons why it happened, so you have to research and see what's going on there. So look into it close. But Argenta's been around a long time. I profiled them last year, but anyways, all right. Very good. Let's see here. Silver is up pi. That's right. If you know what I mean by pi, say yes in all capital letters. 3.14, $3.14, $76.03, $75.91. So that little shock on the original open, the Tokyo bump, may be pulling back a little bit here. So there it is. All right. So there it is. Very good. Platinum up 3.36%. Silver. Okay, there you go. It's pumping back up again now. 76.07 for the bid. So they are rising. Very good. Markets moving up. $76.19. Bid price 76.07. This, I think, is a resistance. I think there's some fight trying to keep it below this. But who knows? Could keep climbing here. This is a big deal. This is a big move, especially with what happened with the COMEX doing. But remember, the CME and the trades that are happening here, these are the Asian markets. So the true test is going to see what happens when New York opens. Will we get a smack down because of the margin raises? And I'm going to be talking about that in my video tomorrow, by the way. Okay. Here it is. Pump up the jam. Pump it up with silver, indeed. All right. Now it's pumped up a little bit more. It's increased a little bit more. $3.37 now to $76.26, $76.14 in the bid price. That 12-cent spread has been around for a little while. All right. It's been around for a little bit here. So there it is. All right. Gold up $81.20. And platinum up $65, 3%. The platinum and palladium have really pulled back some of their gains from earlier tonight. There it is. Very good. Market's moving here pretty dramatically. And 4.58% now. $76.23. Let's see if there's any more comments that have made their way through here in the last few minutes. I kind of doubt it, but hey, you never know. And we do know. No comments now. Let's see here. So we're watching these markets move, and let's see here. Chad Wolf says, my whole body moves because movement just $1 in silver more moves my stack value thousands of dollars. It's pretty amazing when you think about it. For the amount of ounces you stack, $1 move is a big deal the more silver you have. Even if you get a little less for it, be a backup spot, you're still doing much better if you bought that silver at a lower price, much lower price if you dollar cost average. So, yeah. So these moves are pretty significant in and of themselves, but when you take a look and think of the context of your stack, it really does put it in perspective. Indeed, it does. So, yeah. I mean, think about it this way. If you have 1,000 ounces of silver, $1 move is $1,000 increase right there in an instant. Pretty wild when you think about it with that perspective, for sure. All right. Nice. Very good. Let's see what we have. A good night, Michael K. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate your kindness, Michael K. Thank you, brother. All right, let's refresh this. See if there's anything new. All right, there's, like I said, there's some resistance here. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, we got to scroll down. Sorry. Thank you, Jane Unleashed. So sorry about that. Yeah, I adjusted my windows. Didn't see where I've got my capture here, but so there it is. 76.11, 75.99 in the bid. I think the technicals use the bid, so there that is. Yeah, it'd be nice if we could leverage physical silver real time. I agree. It'd be nice indeed. Vegas Stacker is here. Welcome, Vegas. Good to see you, sir. Yes, indeed. Glad you're here tonight. So there's some resistance at 75.6. Remember, there was resistance at 75 just moments ago, but I think as we wait, before the Shanghai and Hong Kong markets open, we may see some resistance around the $76 range here tonight. So that is. We'll stick around a little bit longer, but my guess is probably it's going to be relatively calm or stable, at least to a degree, now that it's pulled back below 76 until they open again in Shanghai and Hong Kong. So there you have it. Well, it's been an interesting night. It really didn't start picking up until 7 o'clock or so. As more things open up, we started to see it as I predicted it would, and here we are. And so I think we're going to see overnight the prices move even higher. Could be wrong, but I think it's going to happen, especially when the Shanghai opens up in Hong Kong. Let me know what your thoughts are, and I hope you will join me for tomorrow morning's video. Thank you all for being here tonight. Your time is valuable, and I appreciate you that you spend your Sunday evening with me here. You guys are amazing. And so I'm going to leave you with a sage piece of advice. Keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground, and we will see you on Tuesday night